Happy Wednesday! I'm so sorry about the jets that you will constantly be hearing in every one of my videos forever. That's what I get for living by a naval base. I can't really help it. They fly constantly and it's very annoying. I don't appreciate it. Especially in school when they're flying over and then you can't hear your teachers or you're trying to sleep. When you're trying to sleep, they're especially annoying. And then a lot of people around here are like, oh, well, I don't really notice them anymore. I'm like, how? The window panes are rattling. And don't even get me started on those people with the I love jet noise bumper stickers. No, you don't. Honestly. Really? Really? How? How do you love jet noise? I don't understand. And now it is time for elaboration on my last video. So, just for clarification purposes, I do not spend all day every day memorizing pi. I really don't. And people ask me that a lot, and I just sort of look at them because why would I spend that much time a day memorizing pi? I just every couple of days, every so often, I just sort of look up the next couple, usually in intervals of 5 or 10 in digits of pi, and then they just stick in my memory and I put them all together, and I don't spend a lot of time doing it. I really don't. I guess I just have decent memorization skills. I don't know what to tell you, but I think it's funny that people ask me, how much time did you spend memorizing that? Maybe an hour total. I don't, and it's not sequential. I do it in random spurts. I just now I know 210 because the other day I looked up the next 10, and so it just sort of happens that way and they accumulate. And so also I have really good hand-eye coordination because of all the instruments I play. So that's why I can juggle, and then they just kind of go together. I promise I don't spend that much time doing that. I'm dorky, but I'm not quite that bad. I go outside on occasion, sometimes. I'm actually way more into literature than I am into math. So, I mean, I just like the number pi. Not a huge math fan, probably because I'm not very good at it. But yeah, so, I mean, I like pi, but also people on YouTube make me feel really insecure about my pi saying skills, reciting skills, whatever. Because people on YouTube, they know every digit of pi ever. And I'm just like, I feel inadequate. So I guess I'm going to have to step it up. God, I ended my last video really awkwardly. Can we just pretend that never happened? Okay, cool. I am physically incapable of doing the nerd fighter symbol with my hand. I can't, I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't work out. My pinkies are weird, and my whole hand, I can't. It doesn't work. But I can sort of, if I tie my fingers like this. See? Now I can kind of do it, but it looks really awkward. I guess I could always go with just this one. But I feel like it's so cooler. I can't do it. I'm like, no, Spock, why? Anyway, so thought you might want to know that, not for any really particular reason. But now you do. Feel special. Last video I mentioned things that make me do my happy dance, and so here's what that happy dance looks like. Yeah. Okay, now I shall discuss Sarah's video. First off, Sarah, I love the title of your video. I really did. Honestly, I like to hear you talk. So, and I'm curious as to what's going on with your life, because you kind of live far away across some oceans and other land masses and whatnot. So I want to know what's up with you, but I still think that title was fantastic. I feel like I'm obligated to inform you that out of the three of us, I love Harry Potter the least. That's not to say I don't like it, I don't love it. And Mimi and Sarah, they kind of love it. And it's okay. I mean, it's a good story, I guess. I'm not really into young adult literature or young adult fiction or anything like that. And I'm not really into fantasy and magic. I'm not. It's not my thing. It's hard for me to be in love with Harry Potter. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Well, I mean, you can if you really want to, but I think that's sort of a silly reason to hate me. Twilight. Sarah, robot porn? I love you. I do. That was the greatest dubstep being robot porn. It's so accurate. It's so accurate. I like a lot of different kinds of music. Like, I'm sort of across the board when it comes to liking music, but I do tend to, like, latch on to certain artists at certain times and then addictively and obsessively only listen to their music for certain periods of time. So right now, I really like Florence and the Machine's new album, Ceremonials. I really like The Runaways. Candy Dulfer plays the sexiest alto saxophone ever. Honestly, she does. It's brilliant and gorgeous and jazz-tastic and funky and wonderful. And did I say sexy? Because, oh my goodness, that girl when she plays saxophone, it's so sexy I could just fall over and die. I'm really into this guy, and he calls himself Pogo. Pogo is more or less the Picasso of electronic music. He's fantastic. He takes, like, he takes, like, tracks from movies and stuff and like takes sounds and then turns them into a thing, and it's so brilliant. Like I can't describe it in words. Just go Google him. Just go Google him. But yeah, I tend to rock out to Pogo loudly in my car. Yep, I'm that obnoxious person. Ha ha ha, me in sports. Ha 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 ha. Dear world, be glad that the combination of me and sports do not happen very often. I'm doing you a favor, I promise. Funny story about sports. But this is what happens when I do try, because I was in PE, physical education, with the running and the health and the, you know, whatnot. So I was in that one time, and we only have to take it the first 2 years of high school, which is like, high school is 4 years in case you live in another country. It's 4 years, and we take, in Virginia, or at least in the Virginia Beach school system, we're only required to take PE for 2 years out of the 4. And so we were playing soccer one time, and so I was running toward the ball, and I was like, I'm gonna kick the ball, I'm awesome, I got this. So somebody else they had the same idea I did, go figure, but they were from the other team, and so I was completely intent upon getting the ball, and not them, because it had just sort of, it rolled away, and so somebody had to go get it. And I was running towards it, and they were running towards it, and we both went to kick it at the same time, and instead of one of us getting the ball and running off with it and being awesome, I sort of accidentally kicked the person instead of the ball and took them down, so they fell over. And then because I am so skilled and coordinated, I then also fell over, and the ball just sort of rolled away. It was good. For the rest of the game, everyone avoided me, so I was able to just run straight down the field without anybody playing interference, being defensive. What sports terminology? I'm sorry, I don't know. Anyone stopping me, they just kind of let me go because they were afraid I would take them out. So that was good. That worked out well for me. I would not recommend that strategy, however, but I don't know. I don't play sports for that reason. And now it's time for my response to Mimi's video. Mimi, I love you. Never stop overthinking everything. You're clearly the adorable one. Because, you're Fluttershy and Twilight. And I am Rarity and, Pinkie Pie, in case you hadn't noticed. And Sarah is Rainbow Dash and AJ. And yes, we are just that awesome. We encompass all of the main ponies, because we're fantastic. And also, yes, we are all bronies, the 3 of us. Bronies, fellow bronies, you know what I'm talking about. I know you do. Okay, so what is up with me? This past weekend, along with being St. Patrick's Day, was also the Shamrock Marathon here in Virginia Beach. It's a really big event here. A lot of people volunteer, and nearly everybody knows about it because streets at the boardwalk get blocked off, and it's just a really big marathon. It's really exciting for everyone. And so I was volunteering for my National Honor Society on Sunday because we had a water stop, which if you've never like been to a marathon or run one, basically they have these stops along the way with water and Gatorade and like, I don't know, these carbohydrate pack things and stuff so that the runners don't die. And so our NHS always worked one of those, and we were all peppy and excited, so I'm pretty sure we won Best Water Stop, which means more money, which is another scholarship. Even though, okay, here's the thing, I really love Operation Smile. A lot. Like, it's my favorite charity organization ever. I love it. It's my favorite nonprofit. So, you know, shameless plug right here. Shameless, honestly. No shame. I love them. I've been on a medical mission with them, and they have a great student programs division, which is why I got to do that, because they allow high school students to do that, and it was a wonderful, life-changing experience. Like, I hear people say that all the time, oh, it was life-changing. Bro, it definitely is. So yeah, Operation Smile also had a water stop, and I would rather have been at their water stop, and I would rather that they have one, because, you know, 2 smiles on 2 children, scholarship. I don't know. Sort of annoys me. There's this craze with words with friends, and I've sort of gotten into it. Not really, though, kind of. I don't know. I've been playing with some of my friends, and I'm really terrible at this game, honestly. I'm dreadful at it. It's really quite unfortunate. However, I did play the word awesome the other day, and I thought that was pretty awesome. I was pretty psyched on life after that. That's pretty much it, though. I keep losing. It's not pretty. My cup is green. I don't have it right now. You'll just have to take my word for it. It'll probably also be green next week because I'm probably not going to change it this month. So, yeah. That's exciting. Yay! Please help me name my car. I've only had it like 2 months. And it's adorable, and I love her. It's probably a her. But, I was going to name her Firefly originally, but it's just not me enough, because it's kind of dull and normal and expected. But I need something literary. That's what I would like. That's the direction I would like to go in. Something literary. That would be fun. So, please, suggestions. I will love you forever. My cat is enormous, as you've seen in the previous video. Also, my cat is far more dog-like than your cat, Sarah Gale. I'm telling you, I promise, my cat is way more of a dog. When he's given food, he, like, stands on his hind legs, and I've taught him to come, sit, stay, lay down. He doesn't understand the concept of rollover. He'll, like, roll over to his back and stop because he thinks you should pet him at that point. But other than that, he can do all the other stuff and stand on his hind legs on command. And he wags his tail. Cats don't do that. Cats don't wag their tail. I don't know what's wrong with him. He thinks he's a dog. So, my cat is more dog-like than your cat. I win. Like, do it again. Come on, boy. Bunny. Yeah. So, on next week's episode, I'm going to start this thing called 10-Minute Classics. Ooh, we're excited. And so, what that will include is me summarizing a classic work in 10 minutes. Next week it's going to be Hamlet, because Hamlet is fantastic and wonderful, and I read it in English this year. And the one after that will probably be Macbeth, because I've also read that very recently, but they won't always be Shakespeare. Those are just 2 that I've read in the recent past, and I'm very excited because it will be fun and like a huge game of dress up for me. There will be crazy antics and weird voices, and you know, like, I mean, it's my interpretation, so you know it's going to be great. So be excited for that, and be sure to tune in. Feel free to make future suggestions for 10-Minute Classics. I am open to anything. If I haven't already read it, I will try to read it. I read a lot. It's mostly not for school because I'm at high school, but yeah, I would love to try to do that. Because all you people out there are incredibly observant. You're right, I am wearing a different shirt. Says March Hard, Play Hard. I'm a band geek, so marching band. I am filming this on a different day because I am bad at stuff. And so the editing process took quite a long time, and then it lasted a really long time, and then I fell asleep, and then it was this morning, and then I was like, oh no, I have to go to school. And I could give you a million excuses, but none of them are very good, so I'm just going to go with time is a human construct and is therefore relative. So my video is here now. Bye. See you next week on Wednesday.